So I've come across some things online which I find completely disingenuous. You know, Facebook, YouTube, native things. And I gotta say, I just find them so disingenuous. There's no heart in them. There's no depth. You know, they're willing to celebrate people. Yeah, I mean that's great. You should celebrate people, but they're not actually telling us what they did. You know, what they did to take care of their mental health. Like there's nothing there. Oh, this person has had this many years of sobriety. Oh, this person does all these things. You know, they've overcome these challenges. Just like, but have they really? That's what I want to know. You know, because the most disingenuous things I've seen come from just you know, oh, I hate that. Walk the red road, that good red road. You gotta believe in the Creator, be connected to the land. You know, that's not really any. That's about the equivalent of what white people say when they say pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Which physically impossible. But yeah, I mean, all that stuff is. I don't even have a word for it. You know, I'm sure there's a term for that. But it's just disingenuous to hear people say that, especially natives, instead of actually talking about what their state of mind is, where they went to get help, how they got help. I couldn't have got help without the people here. There's too many of them to name, but at some point I will talk about them and what they did for me. But yeah, I just really had to cover this whole thing about this just bad advice. You can't pray your way out of this. Sometimes it's just as simple as an electrolyte imbalance. Like there's a lot of stuff about this. And some of it's pretty simple, some of it's complex. It all depends on the individual. But there is help for it. Real help. Not just I mean it's bad advice. It's the worst advice. You know, there are things to do to regulate yourself, but it's no use if you don't actually get help for what is ailing you. I've dealt with childhood sexual abuse, among other things, stuff that just destroyed me. I told some relatives about that childhood abuse once, and they did not believe me. And that sucks. But yeah, giving people advice like just pray harder, or all you need is God, nothing else. That's a recipe to die. You know, I don't know any other way to say it. These people are helping you to die, not live. You know, that's no way to go through life. My mind was it was in shambles. I had no real way to deal with my trauma, how to address it. I do now. It doesn't haunt me the same way. It's knowledge, but it's knowledge with a purpose to me now. It's not this big scar right through me. But yeah, I can't say enough about getting actual help, about seeking people to actually support you. I will be in your corner if you need help. It's like I'll be there. I'll support you through everything you need to go through. I'll tell you the process that I went through. But yeah, I don't want to see anyone get hurt and led down the wrong, just bad advice, horrible advice. You know, The people I am descended from, they didn't have this problem until they were colonized. Oh, and then, yeah, I'm the 5th generation born on the reservation. And those generations, the information and stuff they had was just inadequate. You'll survive, but you won't live. Staying occupied all the time is unsustainable. Only getting real comprehensive mental health treatment is the only way to go forward. So I would highly discourage you from seeking advice from someone who just wants to give you advice to pray, turn to God. And I'm not against those, but those things alone do nothing. They do nothing without some kind of action to take care of yourself here and here. So I hope you'll seek out help. I really do. Because I'll be there. I'll be there with you every step of the way.